In this video, we are going to see OpenAI's VectorDB. What was the difference between other VectorDB like Pinecone, ChromaDB, and other open source DB? By the way, uh, if you know if you don't know about VectorDB, VectorDB is three-dimensional database in that we can store our data in semantic way. We can convert our words into the numericals value. In the regular, if you want to store the DB of your data in any open source DB, it will too much complicated process. OpenAI make it easier. Okay, uh, if you know uh, what was the drag and what was the embedding process, there are I'm explained what was the RAG in the previous video. You can check out that. Okay, in today's our part is how you can implement OpenAI's VectorDB. It was very simple. You just go on the OpenAI's VectorDB platform. Okay, just you can log it on OpenAI and go to dashboard. In that you can see the storage. In that simply just create a button and you can give the name and just you can add the file here. I have one file, attach that. Okay, and now OpenAI will automatically process file and convert it into in VectorDB. Suppose if you don't use OpenAI, you can use any open source platform like Chroma or Qdrant, that are the VectorDBs. You want to follow the complex process, like you want to require to chunking that. After that, you want require embedding model to store that. This was the most lengthiest process if you do that. What does OpenAI? OpenAI simplifies the full process. And good news was OpenAI provide up to 1 GB free vector store. You can use free up to 1 GB, and before that, you suppose you exceed that, per 1 GB OpenAI charge $0.1 per day, and OpenAI charge another, like when you call VectorDB for the query, it will charge you for 1000 queries. It will charge 2 point something dollars. It will minor, that's not big deal. Okay, to use VectorDB in your OpenAI account, you require some credits. Without credit, you can't use the vector storage. You successfully upload your vector store and generated it, but at the time of querying, you can't get output. Okay, let's move toward code. How you can use in code. First of all, you require this VS Code ID. Sorry, not VS Code, vector store ID. Just copy it and come to your code. 1 minute. Okay. In that, this was the code I am provided you in description. You can check out that. Okay, there are the twists. Okay, first of this was the method. Okay, client dot responses. It was the new method launched by OpenAI. You can say that before that it will like chat completion method. You can use responses and you just input Q model. You can add any model and type file search vector store ID. In the vector, to send the query to the OpenAI VectorDB, you require OpenAI API key and your vector store ID that you want to require. After that, you just use this method dot response dot create and it will respond you the chunks. Okay, let's see our output of this code. Okay, I'm just enter it. You can check out that. Okay, this was our output. Okay, I'm asking about IV therapy and it will provide me the most relatable chunks in our vector DB. It OpenAI's vector DB is much more simpler. You can implement in your RAG system. Suppose if you don't use OpenAI's vector DB, then you require lot of code and pipeline of RAG system. It will too much complex. Suppose you want to build any mini project or personal project, not just for mini project. If you are any industry, any company, if you want to build your RAG system, and if you use OpenAI efficiently, then it will be the best of the solutions. The one of the most largest company also use OpenAI's vector DB. Then you also check out that. This is for this video. Thank you.